game in a row. They are now 6-10 on the season. They defeat the Tennessee Titans 34-26. Now, this is a game that is never going to be hanging up in the Louvre. We understand that, but it is still a win for the Saints. And when you look at why they are winning games, man, guys have elevated their level of play. And it's something we talked about all season long. Like Chris Olave, man, you've got a great skill set. But right now we think you're a number 2 receiver. Like, go be a number 1 receiver. And that wasn't like a slight, like you don't have the skill set to do it. It just felt like within this offense, that's what he was going to be. And he has played like a true number 1 over the last couple of weeks. In this game, he's got 8 catches, 119 yards, 15 per, and a score, had a 60-yarder. And the thing that I think Tyler Shuck, who had another great day, 22 of 27, 333 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The thing that I think he is doing, as well as maybe anybody right now, his stars are being elevated with him at quarterback, right? And that's the thing that he's brought to the table. And we talked about it. Like, quarterback play wasn't the reason you were 2-10, but the thing that has gotten you now to 6-10, and I'm going to give Tyler Shuck all the credit in the world for doing this, like Juwan Johnson, Chris Olave, their level of play has gone up since he has been inserted into the lineup. And I think the thing he's probably doing that's a little bit different than what they had is just the way he pushes the ball down the field, the chances that he takes down the field, giving his guys an opportunity. And he did that again yesterday. And look, this is not the who's who of a receiving core that he's doing it with. So he's elevating his stars, right? But he's also elevating the bottom of your roster. Kevin Austin Jr. had 4 catches for 52 yards and a score, right? Dante Pettis in 2025 in a National Football League game had 3 catches for 53 yards. So he's doing a nice job of elevating the entire roster. Like, whatever their tier was before, they're going up another tier offensively with Tyler Shuck at quarterback.
Yeah, it was do you think anybody thought in September, October, even most of the way through November, that we'd sit here on a Monday after a Saints victory where Chris Olave would have 119 yards and Juwan Johnson would have 95 yards receiving, just because those two guys just weren't consistent. Juwan Johnson was suffering from the drops and not getting open and just things looking bad, right? And so what you're talking about is Tyler Shuck, the belief that he's given everybody, and the execution. He's what Tyler Shuck is doing is he is playing opportunistic football. Like, he's taking the plays at the right time. So the first half, it wasn't like this beautiful offensive production, and Tyler Shuck was like dicing it up in the first half. But what he's done is he's made the plays and elevated his game and everybody around him when it matters the most. Yeah. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Quarterback play wasn't the reason they were 2-10, but it certainly wasn't the reason that they had more wins. And what he has decided to do and what he has done week in and gotten better and better and better is elevate everybody's play to where when the game is on the line and the play has to be made, they're making it.
Yeah.
And when you consistently do that, and it's grown week in, week out, you get the belief from everybody. You get the buy-in from the guys around you. They play a little bit harder. They make the plays. They believe that they can do it. And you saw, I don't know if did y'all see the video clip from the locker room yesterday with Kellen Moore addressing the team? Those clips that they've released a couple this year after victories, and they are fantastic. Like, that team is bought in. Yep. That team, there is never if a team that there was ever a chance for teams to splinter a little bit, and you hear all these stories about professional football players, they're greedy, all they care about is me, and they want to play for their individual contracts, which is all true. You want to play and take care of you and set your family up and financially be the most successful professional you can playing football. But that looked like an old school college football team mentality. The speech that was given at the end, just everything about it. And they talked about from a team that, of course, the goal always is to win the Super Bowl, but you can't tell me that in this locker room right now, anybody's having a better feeling than we have right now, is what the message was to the team. And so it was really cool. Maybe there's a chance. I know it's kind of long. It was like close to 4 minutes long, I think. But maybe there's a chance like later on the show we can show kind of a clip from that because it was a really cool thing. And I think for Saints fans, look, you found your quarterback of the future. Build around. There's no questions anymore. Like there's no doubt. There's no questions. Tyler Shuck's your guy. Let's move on to the next subject. Go build around him and improve this team. But 2, Kellen Moore, you have proven to get better and better as the year has gone as well. Like this is your first time. You're a young guy. It's the first time being a head coach. And there was some questionable things. Like there's a learning curve right there. You gotta make some mistakes as a head coach. You have to understand how to play call and also manage the entire game. You got to understand I got to figure out what I'm going to call on this next third down, but also manage the clock and timeouts and special situations. Like you have to work all those things. It's not the easiest thing to do. But they've gotten better. You've built this team. This team believes obviously in itself, in each other, in the head coach. So a lot to be positive about. Not to mention your veterans are every time that a video like that, we said it last week, I think. Was it Davis that was on the microphone? It might have been Cam Jordan who gave a post-game speech about how much he loves the Saints and how much he loves New Orleans being part. Every time you have a veteran that gets in front of a microphone or a video like that gets posted, people around the NFL see it. And I'm not talking about executives. I'm talking about other players. They see it. So when the free agency market hits, New Orleans is going to look a little bit better. And maybe that only changes the mind of one free agent. But sometimes if you hit on some draft picks, sometimes one free agent's really can be a domino.
Oh, yeah.
To other guys wanting to come. So, look, a lot of things to be excited about for Saints fans, which is wild to say with, the record that it is right now. But, look, you got your quarterback. It's the hardest thing. But there's no question about it. There's no more doubts. There's I think before you were like, okay, can he do it again? Can he do it again? Can he do it again? Okay, I get it. It's the Titans. Not the greatest team in the world.
Right, yeah.
It's not like I said, the first half, it still wasn't beautiful or anything, but made the plays. He's the guy. Move on.
A couple things to get to in the Bayou 4 chat from Adam or Rattler and Shuck. Basically the same player steal. Their stats were eerie. Just like how similar they really were. Now, before this game, Spencer Rattler still had the better completion percentage, better touchdown to interception percentage, and a couple of different things. But Shuck's performance here in this game, he has taken the lead on those things. But to your point, to your question, Tyler Shuck, completion percentage, 67.8. Spencer Rattler, 67.7. Yards, now Shuck does have 2,100. Spencer Rattler has 1,500 average per attempt. 7.3 for Tyler Shuck, 6.2 for Spencer Rattler. I think that is one of the bigger differences. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for Shuck, 8 and 5 for Spencer Rattler. So, again, even there, I know Spencer Rattler had the better QBR before the game, but I would assume that after the game, Tyler Shuck has probably gone above that. But we talked about it last week. You have 2 quarterbacks that were in the top 25 in QBR in the NFL. So I do disagree with Greg's comment that Rattler was never going to make it as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Says he wasn't even a good college quarterback. I'll disagree with that a bit. I still think Spencer Rattler is a great option for you to have behind Tyler Shuck. Now, your quarterback room is incredibly healthy, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Saints want to. Now, I wouldn't touch it. I would leave it right where it is with the health of your quarterback room. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't be shocked if there's teams that call the Saints to try to see if Spencer Rattler is maybe available for a later round draft choice. In the
offseason. To circle back to the comment, from a stats perspective, and I don't know, stats can sometimes be for losers like that. You want to fall on stats a lot, but the plays, Tyler Shuck has been way more opportunistic at the time that it matters. So like we said, he's gone out and won the game. So when you look at that, there's not a comparison. When you look at stats, there is, and that's the key difference. And 1 or 2 times can always be the coin flipped his way, coin flipped that way. But now we've done it multiple times. So it's there's
something to Tyler Shuck.
We're not trying
to play.
When we bring up the stats, we're just saying from a quarterback standpoint. There's not a question. Tyler Shuck's the guy. Let's move on. So Rattler, I think that he actually with the Saints, there's still a lot of needs to fill.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have some trade value. Now, whether it's a
yeah.
4th, 5th, 6th round or whatever that is, like he's going to have some value. So I think that's something they would probably like to look long and hard at. Like,
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody wants that healthy quarterback room.
Yeah.
But you also need so much, right? Like
So
even if you get a
6th round,
even if you get a 5th or 6th, I think it's worth an option.
Yeah. I agree with you there because you do have so many holes in this roster. And look, again, Tyler Shuck is you see it from time to time. A guy elevating an entire team.
Yep.
I think that's what Tyler Shuck is
when
doing.
it matters.
Yeah.
When it matters.
Yeah, it's been impressive. And you can tell the veteran guys, the veteran defensive guys on this team, you can tell how much they're enjoying this as well and enjoying the offensive output that they're putting together. Like you talked about the locker room and when they're scanning and you got all these people on defense, these veteran players that have been in the league 10-plus years, and they can kind of see as it happens right now. And it doesn't happen all the time, but right now Tyler Shuck's playing as well as anybody back there almost. I mean, you look at 300-yard games, I think him and Drake may now have the same amount this year.
Yeah. Well, if you want to also, like, if you don't want to get too excited, Saints fans, if you're not ready to drink the juice, you can just lean back on the fact that they are beating really bad teams. Sorry.
Dang.
Sorry, guys. They're really bad, right? The teams. I just wanted to pump the brakes a little bit. All right. They're not winning the Super Bowl this year, clearly.
The thing is,
I'm going to take the wins where I can.
Yeah.
right, if you're the Saints, those are the teams you're supposed to beat them. You weren't doing that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're not impressed. You have to. You should have.
No, I'm impressed because at the beginning of the year, you weren't doing that. You played some bad teams at the beginning of the year and you weren't finding ways to win. Now you are. So it's still trending in the right direction.
From Go Tigers 1989, Jake and Matt Whiff so big on the Rattler Shuck situation, LOL. Look, you will not find a show that will tell you and raise their hand when they miss on a situation. And for us, at least for me, it wasn't even the fact that Tyler Shuck couldn't do it. It's like when Rattler was playing, it's like you're not losing because of quarterback play. And I will admit how wrong I was. I did not know that Shuck would come in and have the it factor like he has so far. Because I was like, you're not losing because of quarterback play. Like, you got to make plays for your quarterback. Olave had a drop. Juwan Johnson had a drop at the end of game situations. The thing that I was completely wrong about was how Shuck would come in and it would elevate the play of all of the people that you were trying to get elevated. I mean, he has done that, and I think that's the thing that he has done as well as anybody.
Yeah, and if you're over there thinking that you knew that, you're lying. Nobody knew. You can know. Like, we're making a jump from college to NFL like that, but making the plays at the right times, man, that will go a long way in giving a lot of people a lot of confidence in you. So kudos to Shuck, man. He's killing it. And like I said, he's the guy. So like, let's not even look at the next year's draft. Let's not even like question it anymore. Go build, baby. Build, baby, build.
Absolutely. It's a great situation to be in. A couple of more comments before we take a break. Abbo says, Matt Flynn trying to bring us Saints fans down because his Packers suck.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I need y'all to get back to my level, okay? I don't need y'all Saints fans over there getting all like high and mighty because you beat the Titans.